What up? What up? What up? It's Regularly Podcast, man. It's episode number 162. My name is Randy Little. If you're new to this, welcome. On this episode, my dog Nick is with me. My dog Rocket is with me. One news related thing, but for the most part, we are discussing zombie movies due to the release of 28 Weeks Later. Fun discussion as always. If you've been with us for a while, appreciate you. Whether you knew, whether you've been here for a minute, hit us with a review, thumbs up, thumbs down, 1 star, 5 stars, somewhere in the middle. It's all love. All feedback is good feedback. But I'm blowing through this. I'm hyped today. If you like see the decor, you know why. Recently in the movie theaters, the weekend of June the 13th, we had the live action How to Train Your Dragon remake, Materialists, starring Dakota Johnson, Pedro Pascal, Chris Evans. And this current weekend, 28 weeks later, as I said, Pixar dropped Elio. All 4 of those are on my personal YouTube channel if you want to check a review. This upcoming weekend, we got F1, Formula 1, they call it F1. Starring Brad Pitt, Damson Idris, directed by Joseph Kosinski, who did Tron Legacy, who did Oblivion, who did Top Gun Maverick, and then Megan 2.0. I'll see it. I'm not excited for it, but I'll see it. And Wednesday, July the 2nd, we got Jurassic World Rebirth, the 7th installment in the Jurassic Park franchise. Again, not that excited. The Gareth Edwards direction has me more excited than anything else about that movie. Should we kick it to physical media? What came out on Tuesday, June the 10th? I see A Working Man starring Jason Statham, Drop, a pretty solid Blumhouse thriller, Dexter Original Sin Season 1, In the Lost Lands, directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, starring Dave Bautista and Mila Jovovich, Borderline, a blind buy for me. I'll probably save that to like October to watch it. I see a couple of re-releases, The Wiz, Criterion, Career Opportunities from Kino Lorber. Let's hit the 17th of June. I see a Jaws 4K. All of Me, starring Steve Martin, directed by Carl Reiner. Their only collaboration I believe I don't have. The Looney Tunes Greatest Hits from Warner Archive. A Murder, She Wrote Blu-ray box set. I can think of one YouTube collector that's going to be showing that off soon. The 24th of June, I see a Lethal Weapon 4K. I see a gang of Kino Lorber 4Ks, Mouse Hunt, Road Trip, and I can't tell if that Bring It On is Kino Lorber or not. Peacemaker, Novocaine comes out, The Monkey comes out, Minecraft comes out. This is actually a heavy Tuesday, and I'm only buying Novocaine and where's my other pickup? Snow White. A Free Willy re-release. Let's take it to July 1st right quick. I don't think shit comes out July 1st. But y'all gotta rock with me because I gotta change the page and all that shit. Did I miss a Tuesday? On Wax. Nah, the 24th and then 1st of July. Blu-ray.com just had a lot of other movies there, so like I'm just thinking out loud. Looks like A24 is gonna drop Warfare and Death of a Unicorn both on July the 1st. So I guess I was misinformed talking about that should be a dead Tuesday, right? We'll get to July the 8th in the next episode. I will be back. I will have squad in tow, and we will be talking zombie movies. It's Reg League. Back at it. Happy Game 7 day. Let's fucking go, Pacers. Nick has no idea what I'm talking about. Rocket knows what it is.
Mm-hmm.
We running 3 deep. 4 might pop in. He was a little vague on his availability. But it wasn't really that much news over the last 2 weeks. Nick put a Twitter bomb on Twitter highlighting how cool the new Superman poster is.
It is so cool. It's such a good poster.
Looks like the Christopher Reeve posters.
It does. Just like a little different.
I blew my load too early. I ordered like the one sheet where he's got his arms crossed, and now I want the one that looks like Superman 2.
Blew your load.
I'll save up and
save up another load.
Handle my business again. It's been like I never know who to trust, because it's been recently announced that Jon Bernthal is going to be the Punisher in the next Spider-Man movie. If it's true, so hype. So fucking hype.
Now the question is I know he's supposed to do a special, like a Disney special on Disney Plus. Is that going to, I'm hoping that comes out, I'm guessing it'll come out before the movie.
I mean, Born Again Season 2 probably comes out around the same time in March. I assume he's going to be part of the team, the anti-Kingpin team. And then, his, like, one-off special presentation and Spider-Man Brand New Day. 2026 is going to be a big Punisher year.
I'm just happy. Because, like, the TV shows are usually good, but it's just like, you're the movie, that means you're established as, like, the MCU version of that thing. That's what it means. It's like you make 800 Daredevil TV shows, but it's like he was in No Way Home. So it's like, that's Matt Murdock. But it's like the Punisher has not been in the movies. So it's like, fine. It's like we get him on the screen. Like, it's like, yes. And like, what if people respond to it so well that they're like, fuck this little special. Let's give him a movie, which is my goal.
Yeah.
They do what they're doing with The Mandalorian, which was really successful. And they're just like, let's make it a movie. I want them to do that with all the, like, MCU people.
I just hope, like, with The Mandalorian, successful TV show, make it into a movie. I just hope the movie doesn't seem like a long TV episode. Like, that's the problem when I've noticed when, like, TV shows go into movies, rather than say a movie successful, then they make it into a TV show. I feel like it has a better flow, but I just hope that if they do this with the Punisher, I think, see, the thing with the Punisher and Jon Bernthal is a world-class actor.
Yes.
And he just brings that viciousness that the Punisher has, even on the show. So, I mean, I think if they did that, did the special and then gave him his own movie, I think it would be a smooth transition.
It has to be PG-13, which is
dumb.
Serious to me. Like, it has to be, though. Like, Spider-Man.
It's going to be crazy when the post-credit scene shows Jon Bernthal looking through, like, a sling ring hole and sees Thomas Jane and Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah. Probably not. Yeah.
Probably not, but
no,
it's mildly possible.
R.I.P. Ray Stevenson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He were a good Punisher. But
I'm not a fan of his Punisher movie.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I just remember the animated series episode where the Punisher showed up.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's just do that. Just do that again. And then I also all the time think about the animated series episode where Morbius was on there and he wasn't allowed to bite anyone.
Yeah.
And suckers, they were like little holes in his hands. And he was like, I'm going to get you. And he would like suck someone with his hands, which was so much more inappropriate.
Yeah, That sounds very, very pornographic.
And suckers.
Oh, and I completely forgot. It's being directed by the Shang-Chi director.
Oh, Destin.
Destin Daniel Cretton.
Yep.
So we're guaranteed a Captain Marvel cameo.
And this is like third thing he's been attached to since doing Shang-Chi. Like, was supposed to do one of his movies?
I'm pretty sure he was attached to Kang Dynasty Doomsday.
He was.
And then like bailed for Spider-Man.
That's dirty. Was he not attached to Fantastic Four? Did I make that up? Somebody else was.
Yeah. John Watts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ironic. And now the Thunderbolts guy is rumored for X-Men. They keep like whoring out the same directors.
What I want to know is, when are we going to get a Shang-Chi 2? When he's dead?
Yeah.
2037.
Dead Chi.
Dead Chi. Like, seriously.
I just wait.
They teased that post-credit scene and all that, and you haven't even seen him in anything since then.
I was fully expecting him to be a part of Sam Wilson's New Avengers in Brave New World, and that fell through.
But Bernthal's Punisher.
Locked in. I just wish the studio social media pages would confirm this shit.
Yeah. Something, yeah. But I mean, like, discussing film, usually when something, I'm like, they usually use sources like reliable. They also said Zendaya and Jacob Batalon have officially signed on.
And I don't like it. What's the point? They don't know Peter Parker.
But they will.
Is he just going to be a creeper and the whole movie is about erasing No Way Home?
He's just like standing back there.
Hey, remember me?
Erase that plot line so fast. I'm surprised they haven't already.
They've kind of done it with every other major MCU thing ever.
Yeah, in like Multiverse of Madness, like I'm surprised Doctor Strange wasn't just like, oh yeah, I undid that pesky spell or whatever, just some shit. That would be like their bag.
Nah, but it's like they have to like have fun with it. They have to have like Star-Lord or Thor or somebody who wasn't on Earth.
Yeah.
In that moment, know him. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Mm-hmm.
Or remember him.
It was after Endgame, so Banner should be wiped too, because apparently Hulk's in the movie, right?
Yeah.
You can't let him have his own movie.
I still think there's universal bullshit that won't allow a solo Hulk movie.
Well, I'm talking about Spider-Man though. Like,
yeah,
I think all of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies have been good in my. Yeah. Some people are like, that's one something. I think all three of them have been very good.
Far From Home gets what's the word? Unfairly shit on. Far From Home is good.
Yeah, Far From Home
was real good.
I like it better than Homecoming. I think his movies got progressively better, in my opinion.
I don't disagree. I don't know if I agree, but I don't disagree.
Really, right? But it's like Homecoming, it was like so much of the marketing, and even the story was just like him and Iron Man.
Yeah.
And then Far From Home was like him. It was like kind of like him and Mysterio, like, you know, the mentor. It's like he needs a mentor in every movie. And then No Way Home wasn't as much as they marketed. They kind of made it seem like Doctor Strange was going to be his teacher. And he wasn't really, but like it was still kind of that. Like like Doctor Strange.
It's because it's Sony. Like they need a Marvel Studios character to connect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, we don't need that shit. Wiping Peter Parker from everybody's memory was supposed to set up
him
on his own.
On his own, moving into the little apartment. But yeah, like No Way Home, it's like he had Doctor Strange, he had Norman Osborn, he had the other two Peters, where he's just kind of like, I don't know what to do. And they're just like, I'll help you. And it's like, yeah, I'm hoping it's...
Was that your Tom Holland voice?
I don't know what to do. But it's like, you know, there's potential in like putting the Punisher in it, and like, it's like, what if like Charlie Cox is in it?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what it's like. We don't. It's like a cameo or whatever. It doesn't need to be much more than like a cameo or whatever. But like, it would be firmly establishing, like, okay, Spider-Man, he's done being outer space guy. He can be New York guy, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
And
Finally.
I think that's what they're trying to do. Bring it back to the roots.
But if you're in the neighborhood, Daredevil's there. Like the Punisher's there. Like that's what you're going to be dealing with. Okay, if you're not out fighting Loki's aliens, you're dealing with that. Like you can't go somewhere without Daredevil being like, "Who the fuck are you?" And then like, I need Fisk in the movies.
Yeah.
I need him in the movies. Zero reason that he shouldn't have been in Thunderbolts.
What if
that's the thing is Disney has to work something out though.
I know it's annoying.
Like Vincent D'Onofrio said in that interview, he can be Fisk in a TV version of.
But it's like who owns the theatrical rights to Kingpin? He was in Daredevil 22 years ago. Fox distributed Daredevil. Now Disney owns Fox. So where is the knot that needs to be untied to get?
Unless Fox sold the rights that we didn't know for those things. Like I have no idea.
Something with the Netflix deal, because it was like Marvel Studios was on Netflix, but they were so loosely tied to the movies that but it was like, was there like a rights reverting thing with those? Because they canceled them all like at the same time. It was like a Thanos snap. It was like, fuck, they're gone. And it was like, was that Disney sucking them back up? Should be. But it's like, why would you have some kind of deal where you as Disney can make a show
but not a movie
but you can't do as Disney whatever you want with the characters on that show?
Exactly.
Oh, Sony's the issue. I just looked it up. They have to work something out with Sony.
They always
yeah, because when they sold rights, they sold also, not only did they sell Spider-Man, they sold also certain characters. Hence why, what was it? The Spider-Man first year, whatever, that's on Disney Plus. Sony
freshman year, that goes hard.
Freshman year,
Spider-Man freshman year.
There we go.
Season 2 is going to be called sophomore year.
Disney has the right, so they can do anything with Spider-Man that has to be under 30 minutes. So anything animated Spider-Man anything over that,
that's still dumb as fuck.
These are the rights. That's how it works. That. So basically, I'm guessing with Punisher, they have the rights for like a TV version of that. But Sony has the rights for a movie one. Now, that said, if you can get Spider-Man...
Disney can only put Punisher in a movie if it's a Sony movie?
No. Disney can only put Punisher in a TV-style show. Sony can use Punisher as a movie. But I'm saying is this...
We talking about Punisher or Kingpin?
Kingpin. Do I keep on saying Punisher?
You keep saying Punisher. Damn,
Kingpin, my bad, Kingpin. But at the end of the day, if they work something out with Spider-Man, they could work. I mean, they have to be able to work something out with.
But that's what I don't understand though. Daredevil had Kingpin as the primary antagonist in a Fox movie.
Mm-hmm.
Why does Sony have anything to do with Kingpin?
Remember, at the time,
taking Netflix.
At the time, it didn't matter because there was no Marvel Studios at the time. So they would just hey, we'll make the movie, you distribute it. We do the so basically, whoever Marvel Comics or whatever they were under gave it to Fox. Fox was distributor. That's the problem. So then, remember, if it wasn't for Blade, we don't have any of this. That's how bad Marvel was.
I'm about to get on Twitter and
people away.
I'm about to get ass Grok.
Characters away. So at the end of the day, is the shitty part is one of their most leading characters, hence what also kind of helped them to get money to make Blade, was selling Spider-Man off and some of the characters. That's the shitty part.
Pouring him out.
Yeah.
We can
look at the Netflix thing.
What's this Twitter series thing called? Grok? I'm asking Grok, why can't Marvel Studios use Kingpin in their movies?
Like I said, it says it's a Marvel and Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures have issues right now. So
Grok is wrong so often.
Yeah, Rock sucks.
I mean, he's not.
I think this is Orange is the New Black.
I
and
like
it'll be
I like
picture-
clicking on my own posts and having them analyze that shit.
It'll be like a picture of Paddington in it.
And it says here, Vincent D'Onofrio is legally restricted from appearing as Kingpin in Marvel movies due to the rights issues between Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures. I mean, come on. I guarantee they could work something out.
They could.
I mean, you know,
As much as
one
they keep
would-
Spider-Man popping.
over the other. But yeah, it would be nice.
And it says right here, rights issues between Spider-Man and related characters are split between Sony Pictures and Marvel Studios. So that's what I'm saying is like that's why Disney could do a animated show that has to be animated, has to be under like 30 minutes or less, but they can't do a movie unless Sony gives them the rights or splits it.
So fucking stupid.
Dumb.
So
just split it.
If I just say Marvel
And then
Zombies, is it a cool segue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, Marvel Zombies. So,
Zombie-
I'm gonna put it out there on wax in public, completely embarrassing myself. I'm not completely familiar with the OG zombie movies. I've seen bits and pieces. So like, I wanted to get everybody's favorite zombie movie, and like, mine are like some mashed up genre shit like Zombieland or Overlord. To me, like,
Overlord is highly underrated, I think.
highly underrated. Nicholas, were you not prepared for your favorite zombie movie?
I always say that my favorite is the original Dawn of the Dead. I don't know how true that is. I just like, to me in my head, I'm like, that's the best one. But I'm like, Night of the Living Dead is like, it's iconic, timeless. It's got like a better message to me, kind of almost. It's like it was so ahead of its time. But I'm like, I just think Dawn is like a better movie. I don't know. I just think like every like major zombie trope that we have like comes from Dawn of the Dead, like more so than Night of the Living Dead. Why I said it like that.
George A. Romero.
But yeah, George Romero was the best to ever. Even his whole shit, because I even liked like Land of the Dead and like Survival and all this. Like in my head, I'm like, that's the best. So I also think 28 Days Later is one of the best. Period. Like I just do. I think like it gets enough credit for how influential it was.
We were saying right before we hit record, the whole first season of The Walking Dead is practically 28 Days Later.
And like I'm the Walking Dead guy for life. But like
Same.
The Walking Dead, the comic I think was after 28 Days Later. If I'm wrong, but I think it was. And it's like the same thing. Guy wakes up in a hospital, doesn't know what's going on. And like that was the thing, like prior to that movie, the zombies were like zombies. Have you ever seen Return of the Living Dead? It like kind of makes fun of it, but like that's what they are. It's like, like walking like this, walking slow, coming out of the ground. Resident Evil, if you ever play like the old games, that's what the zombies are.
Yeah.
28 Days Later
Rage
was like it like established, like it was like they didn't call them zombies. They didn't like, it wasn't like the big emphasis on them like eating you or whatever. It was like they were infected.
Yeah.
They were infected. They got a virus. They're infected. You don't want to get infected.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately.
Let me cut you off for a split second. Rocket hasn't seen years, so spoiler free.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna talk about everything that happens in years. They actually didn't say the word zombie in years, which I noticed. I was like, hey, you don't know what that is. But also he would, I guess. But
not if they've called them infected for 28 years.
But he wasn't there. He had like an iPhone. Anyway, the spoiler. We're sort of spoiling.
That too.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
was Alex Garland too focused on these war movies that he kind of fumbled a little bit with
it makes
years?
sense though when he was like explaining. Anyway,
No, because in '03 you couldn't do shit online, so they would have had no online anything.
but he wasn't. We're getting into spoiler territory. I don't want to explain, but like it sort of made sense because he wasn't from there, and apparently there was the only place that there was an issue. But I'm like the rest of the
No,
world just like moved on. But anyway,
no, no.
but yeah, everything like immediately like the Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead remake, which I think is great.
It's fantastic.
It did that. Like it was all of a sudden he had his zombies running. It was like zombies always used to be, oh, and like he was just like, yeah, it looked cooler. And that's like you watch 28 Days Later and realize that, yeah, that's terrifying as fuck. And like it was more of an emphasis on what is going on. We're infected. Oh, there's an infection. Oh, there's like a virus, something going on. It's a virus, and we have to not get infected. It wasn't just like I'm gonna sleep on the couch and wake up and like the Walking Dead. I mean, it's the same thing. They never refer to them as zombies. They always have like a name, like walkers. They'll call them like fleshies, eaters. Like people will call them different things.
That's also what we call women of the night.
Yeah,
Terrible.
but like, yeah, they don't want to get infected. It's like an emphasis on infect. The Crazies remake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
It is 28 Days Later all over it. 28 weeks later all over it.
I've never, like, my wife brought this shit up like 2-3 days ago, and I've never thought of this movie as a zombie movie. I Am Legend.
Yeah. It's a zombie movie, yeah.
Yeah. I think
Cooties.
Yeah.
Cooties is silly.
The virus movie. World War Z. I mean, it's a virus. It's not just zombie. What's happening in our hood?
Yeah,
it's like a pandemic.
I kind of need to see somebody get bit and turn to count it as a zombie movie, and I Am Legend doesn't do that.
No,
they don't explain.
They don't.
They don't explain it.
Just Will Smith is on his own, flirting with mannequins, and trying to find a cure.
It's a good movie.
It's a very good movie.
See, like before we aired, I was telling Randy, like, it's my favorite zombie movie is World War Z.
Damn.
That Fincher sequel would have been a banger.
Yeah. And the thing is, this is my second one is Return of the Living Dead. That's
fun.
Right, but the thing is, this is what I loved about 28 Days Later and World War Z. Like I was telling Randy off air, was what would, if we truly had a zombie apocalypse, theoretically, which version would we get? Would we get like The Walking Dead, Night of the Living Dead, where they walk slow, or do we get the 28 Days Later or World War Z version? Because in both versions, once you get infected, bit, whatever, you turn right away. Where in The Walking Dead or in the Night of the Living Dead, you get bit, it's a slow process to turn.
Funeral. You have time to like write out your last will on The Walking
Dead. Yeah. It's like, so which version would we get? The version I like is, it's scary to say, but it's the 28 Days World War Z one, because it's just, but the thing is, this is, when you're a zombie, supposedly you're brain dead, so you can't move as quick, or there is no thought process, obviously, but you just can't move quick, where here it's just, I think in 28 Days Later, when you get infected, you're still alive. You could be alive and get infected. Look at Brendan Gleeson in the first one.
Yeah.
The crow's messing around, drops of blood goes in his eye. He wasn't dead. He's alive. Hence, he just now is infected, but he's alive.
Even Weeks.
You don't have to get, you don't have to get bit. I mean, if you get bit, you're going to turn as well.
The way that Weeks had that like loophole where like they got bit, but if you had like that mutation or whatever we want to call it, you weren't changing.
Yeah. So that's the thing, is like 28 Days Later, I kind of changed it, because you get bit or you get ravaged with a bunch of them, you could still turn. But also you could still turn if some type of blood gets sprayed in your face. Well, look at that one scene when the girls are fighting the military guys. They hit the guy over the head. He falls down. His buddy, who's infected, jumps on him and pukes on him blood or sprays blood. He got infected. He was alive. He didn't even get bit.
Yeah.
So I like that you can still turn even though you're alive. Now that's scary as hell.
Hell yeah.
If that truly, but that's why I like 28 Days version and World War Z is because you don't in World War Z, yeah, you can get bit, whatever, but you don't know how other different ways you get infected. Where in The Walking Dead, if you get bit, or Not Living Dead, or Dawn of the Dead, you get bit, that's the only way to turn.
Yeah. Well, they I mean, I don't know how like far y'all got into The Walking Dead. They tried to like
I watch it all the way to the I watch Dead City, I watch all that.
it was like Father Gabriel
Better than me.
like get somewhere where like he got like shit in his eye and like that's why he's blind. Yeah.
Literal poo.
Like, yeah, like yeah, it was him and Negan covered themselves in the guts to like go walk through for some reason. I'm forgetting. And yeah, he got sick and then he went blind in his eye.
I do not remember this.
Yeah, it was late. It was post Glenn, but they were still at war with Negan like that time.
I saw that. I don't remember.
Yeah, he went blind.
I fell off maybe like 2/3 of the way through season 10.
Yeah,
it was good.
The intention is to finish, but I can't commit to win.
Yeah.
See, I seen all 11 seasons. I seen what is it? Daryl Dixon, and then the Book of Carol. I seen that one. I seen the first season of the Dead City. I gotta finish. I gotta watch season 2.
I'm like episode or 2 behind on Dead City. Okay.
Yeah.
The Daryl show is so good.
Good. The Daryl show is one of the better spinoffs.
They just teased the Daryl season 3, right?
Yeah. I can't explain. Like, it doesn't seem like something that would be like good. Like, okay, it's the best spinoff show.
Yeah.
Like, considerably. Like, it's like it absolutely.
What about World Beyond?
No.
World Beyond was.
Are you hating on World Beyond?
That one was stupid.
Yeah. The thing about World Beyond, it just.
It set up the movies that they never made, right?
Yeah. Well, which one? Those Who Live.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That was cool.
That was cool. Like that was supposed to be a trilogy of movies.
Yeah.
And they just made it a show.
They condensed the trilogy into like 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Probably less.
Like 8 or 6 or something like that.
And like I said, I didn't mind that. Like I said, I got them all. The only one, I don't have is, I think, the Book of Carol, which I don't even think it's out yet, or and Dead City season 2 just dropped.
It's definitely out because they gave season 1 a steelbook and then gave season 2 just a standard Blu-ray.
Red, gold, blue.
Oh shit! Came out in December. That's another. But at the end of the day,
that's what's crazy about The Walking Dead. Like Dead City season 2 will be on Blu-ray like August, September. It's a fast turnaround for whatever weird reason.
It's weird.
It's weird. Day buying it on physical. Every season of even Fear.
Yeah, that's same.
I fall off shows very easily, and like I watched every season of Fear.
Same. I got
the first 3 seasons of Fear the Walking Dead. I say this shit all the time. Some of the most excruciatingly boring TV I've ever watched. But as soon as Morgan shows up, that shit cranks to 11.
Like I thought the first 3 seasons were like good. My problem with them was that it's just like they're bleak. Like when they were sad, it was like, oh God. Like I think they were boring. But yeah, they like injected new life into it. They were like, we have to spice this up. We have to add.
Oh yeah.
We have to make Alicia more interesting.
Yes.
And then we have to add better characters, take away some characters that are dragging down the show.
Because they added Morgan came over, and then what's his name came over also from Walking Dead. What was his name?
Austin Amilo. I don't remember his character.
I can't remember his name.
Dwight. Yeah.
Dwight. Yep. And they brought his girlfriend over too.
His wife. Like I was like racking my brain. I was like, did he and Morgan even interact on the show?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
That's another one. I fell off. Who the chick from The Boys who would always get shit on by Homelander, the redhead chick?
She was like the bad guy in
I fell off like right after she died.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep. That was like season 5, I think.
They
5
took
or
her
6 or
out like
something.
mid-season
Yep.
of one of the
Yep.
seasons, and I fell off.
She was a bitch.
Yes, she was.
She was a real jerk.
Ooh.
And then, yeah, like, it was always hit and miss. But I watched the whole thing. Like, I was like, eventually it shows, like, I'll just fall off. And I'm like, I watched every season of Fear. I might have fallen behind a little bit and, like, caught back up, but, like, all the way to the end. And they went back and forth. But, like, Coleman Domingo, one of the best actors out right now. He's one of the best, like,
agreed,
best doing it. And I'm like when he started, like, kind of, like, coming up in the world, I was like, I know him from Fear.
Yeah.
His, like, big thing. And I look and, like, that's his, like, breakout role.
Y'all finally noticing this dude because he's getting movie roles, bro. I've been on game for years.
I was like, that's considered his, like, breakout role. Like, he played Victor Strand on Fear the Walking Dead and was so good that he was one of the only characters who just stay on the whole time.
Yeah.
And I was like,
well, the funny thing about it too is Coleman Domingo. He was in some good movies, like Birth of a Nation. That was before The Walking Dead.
Butler, but, like, smaller roles. Like,
and then he does, like I said, Victor Strand in Fear, and he blows up. Now he's in everything.
Just immediately, like, when he showed up, he was the most interesting guy. It's like, who the fuck is this guy?
I was just hoping with his character that they would have turned him to be a better person in that sense.
Yeah, like, he was just like the bad guy randomly in the season with Morgan. Like, that was weird. Why did they do that? But it was like he was good. Like, it was like, he's so good, I don't give a shit. And then
he's in, I'll watch.
Yeah.
It was odd.
Mm-hmm.
A very odd show, Fear the Walking Dead. But it lasted, like, what, 8 seasons?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got all the seasons of everything. I just got to pick up Dead City season 2 whenever that drops, and the Book of Carol. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and I've watched all. I watched Tales of the.
I got that one too. They were supposed to come out with a season 2 of that.
Aren't they supposed to give us a second season?
Yeah,
that wasn't even worth a damn. And
no,
watched it. Some of it was good.
Yeah, some of the episodes, like I like one of the episodes connects to the actual Walking Dead. One of the episodes connects actually to the Walking Dead.
Yeah, and it was contradictory. It had on it.
Yeah.
And predicted something from the show.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird.
But anyway, I remember hey, that's not right.
I like the one with Terry Crews and Olivia Munn was it in the first episode. That was a good one. It
was good. And there was one with A-Train.
Yep.
It was like a lot of people on that show.
Yep.
Parker Posey was in an episode.
Yeah, it was like Groundhog's Day.
Shorty from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
What?
What's her name?
Oh. Wait. Oh, yeah. Girl.
Was her name Girl?
Yeah.
Daniela Pineda.
Yeah. She was on the episode with...
Oh, Jillian Bell. I'm out.
Yeah, Jillian Bell and Parker Posey.
Gosh, she's fun.
We're doing like it was like a Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
And it was an odd episode.
It was very odd. Like, some of those stories were good. Like, I think there was like 8 episodes. I say half were good and half were like, eh.
Yeah. It was something.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Are there any other, like, Walking Dead things, like, lined up? Like, they're not going to do the ones who live season 2. Spoiler, you haven't watched that. Like,
thanks a lot.
I like that one. That wasn't bad.
They could.
Yeah, they definitely could.
They could just do a comeback season of The Walking Dead. They could do The Walking Dead Resurrection or whatever the fuck, like, a couple years down the line.
Okay, Dexter, let's calm down.
Like I said, they could just Dexter it if they want.
I got to get Original Sin. I got to pick that up and start watching that. Resurrection
is very good.
Coming out soon.
Original Sin is very good.
I just completely slept on it. Like a dumbass.
Yeah,
there's no zombie.
More Tales of The Walking Dead seems to be in development, but it's not like they're rushing a second season.
Yeah, I think they tried it.
I don't see anything for any other spinoffs.
The Daryl Dixon one, though, that's the best one.
It's so good. It's it's bizarrely good, and it's like when you watch it, it obviously has a bigger budget than Dead City, which is weird, but it clearly has a bigger budget. Like they're in Paris.
Just give me more Maggie.
And Maggie are not in New York City. Like, I don't care what.
No.
They are
Bro, I'll tell you this. I'm from New York. Yeah. And when I visit, it's already The Walking Dead. And
You're
they're not
from
dead.
New York, Papa.
So it's like them to be in New York City and there's gaps where there's nobody around.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Hey.
What are they doing right now? Like,
this is our unrelated tangent, but Rocket, do y'all really value vitamin water like that?
No. We don't need vitamins.
Okay.
No.
I had to ask.
Yeah. There's a thing in the second season where it's like, it's all about gasoline. Like, they're just like fighting.
What is Mad Max?
Kid Coates is in there.
Guzzling.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I got to watch season 2, but also vitamin water. Nah, a true New Yorker drinks Yoo-Hoo. That's what it is. So
I would love a New York centric Yoo-Hoo commercial.
Yoo-Hoo.
Right. Play it before all my movies. They're showing this shit before LEO yesterday. These kids don't give a fuck about vitamin water.
No.
The 2 that were in there.
I've never actually even drank or tried vitamin water. I've had Powerade and I'll sponsor Gatorade. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's like.
Don't get me caught up in no legal. We ain't got no sponsor.
Right, but at the end of the day, I never even tasted vitamin water.
It's pretty good. We used to have it's like dragon fruit or something flavored vitamin water. It's full of sugar. Like, it tastes good.
I think that's where the taste comes from.
But anyway,
back to the zombies.
Zombie media.
What's your favorite Resident Evil sequel?
Ooh. Three? I'm trying to think of my rank.
They're all kind of poop.
It's like they are not good, but I look back on them fondly. They're like that and like Underworld and like Van Helsing. It was just like this era
where it was like
entertainment. Kind of trash. Mm-hmm. I loved it. Like it was made for 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
I was like I'm never gonna like shit talk. And then like the things they've tried to do with Resident Evil since.
Is it like maybe Apocalypse? That's what I will say. Like, I don't think Welcome to Raccoon City is a good movie at all. But it's game accurate as fuck.
But I think not better than like any of the Mila Jovovich movies.
But Zach Krieger is about to cook though.
I'm hoping like these are like that show. Like, did you ever watch that TV show?
No.
I got 2 episodes in, and I quit. The only thing, I'm not even just saying this, like to be like the only, but like the only thing, Lance Reddick.
That he was in that show.
He was in it,
and he was great on the show. He was so good that I watched 2 episodes because I was like, I want to see what he's doing. Apparently, he was supposed to become what's his name?
Wesker?
Yeah. And which is weird. But I was just like, he was so good. There's like this scene where he talks to a guy, and it was just like, oh man, this is gonna be good. And then the more it went on, I was like, this sucks shit. This is really and I gave up on it.
A couple baddies was in it though.
Who?
A couple baddies.
Yeah, but it wasn't good.
The other girl, the third Charlie's Angels girl.
Yeah.
And then the chick that was with Will Smith in the most recent Bad Boys, or in the third one, I think, the cop.
Mm-hmm. The Latina.
It wasn't good, and they canceled it fast. They were like, there will not be a season 2 for this.
See, my thing about Resident Evil, to me, the original is the best one. It's one of my
original. Well, I probably watched it more than anything.
Yeah. But Welcome to Raccoon City, I enjoyed quite a bit because not that it was good, but like you guys said, it was more game accurate, and to me, it was fun. It was just fun, but it wasn't a good movie. It was just more game accurate than most.
They cast the characters from the game instead of trying to cook original characters.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, like I think of what was the one? Is it Extinction when they're in the desert?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I like that one. I remember watching
Yeah.
that big like this. This is good, but it was nothing like Resident Evil.
No.
Like Resident Evil in name only, but at the same time, like, we got characters coming back. They're like a little team now.
Wasn't Ali Larder in that one?
Yeah, Ali Larder, fucking like Ashanti, Epps.
Mike Epps was in 2 and 3.
I was like, worst team in history.
Hey, they were the Avengers of Resident Evil.
Yeah,
So,
Avengers.
The Zomvengers.
Avengers.
And then, like, what was the fourth one? So there's Apocalypse.
Afterlife.
I think Apocalypse is the closest to game accurate that those movies ever were, because at least they like had characters from the games, and like it was sort of like Nemesis a little bit. Like they did the Nemesis project, which was 3. I used to play those games.
It's too many.
It just became like, how badass can we make Mila Jovovich look?
And it worked every time.
It did.
Always effective. Always just.
I love the poster to Afterlife where she's kind of like strapped and it's raining.
Yeah, that's that. Afterlife was the fourth. I remember liking that one. It's
I
like
rewatch them all.
It's something, and then the fifth one in my head is the weakest one.
Retribution. And that's where they started like bringing back all these clones and shit.
Yeah, like fuck up. And then final chapter, I remember thinking was
okay.
I'm due for a rewatch of those.
Yeah, I got to rewatch because I don't remember any of them.
Those or Raccoon City.
I'll hit them again next September.
Nostalgia is a drug because those first maybe couple I watched a lot, and then the older I got, and they kept making them, and I was like well into my 20s. It's like I didn't watch those as much, but it's like I watched the first Resident Evil, whether it was good or not. I watched Cinemax probably like 10 times, and then bought the DVD eventually and watched it another 10 times.
Oh yeah.
But is that my favorite one? Probably not. Maybe. If only for the laser grid scene.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Colin Salmon played himself on Master.
And that was cut into salmon in that scene.
Colin Salmon got turned into sushi.
I have
like the first Resident Evil. Like I'm sitting here thinking about it, and I'm like, there's nothing like Michelle Rodriguez.
It's a high-end 3 out of 5.
Yeah, like it's just you had to be there. It's like one of those you had to be there things. Like Underworld, it's not good, but it's great. If you told me it was your favorite movie, I'd be like, fuck yeah, absolutely, hell yeah, let's go. Underworld.
Well, Underworld, the first one's great. Also, Kate Beckinsale can do no wrong.
We talked about this last episode.
We did. Len Wiseman, if you're listening.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, we talked about Ballerina. We talked about Ballerina, which he directed. He also directed the first 2 Underworlds, which led to some very residential conflicts.
He wrecked a home.
Yeah, he did.
That bastard. Get made for some good entertainment, though. But you have to wonder if, like, they watch Underworld, like, was it worth it for this fuck? We need another one of those.
Mm-hmm.
One of those in 5 seconds.
Gosh, I have so many like random movies I'm looking at that I don't know. Anna and the Apocalypse, Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, Cooties, Maggie, Cabin in the Woods has zombies. I don't know if it's really a zombie movie.
Then there's Maggie's in.
The Dead Don't Die, Paranorman. Where you want to go?
Paranorman is a zombie movie.
Paranorman is an amazing zombie movie.
Fantastic
movie, but it is a movie.
In the fall, they're doing a re-release that has like a short like mini sequel attached to it.
I want to see the short. And they did a whole thing about like, the brother's boyfriend recently, and they were like, "This is his boyfriend," because that was a big deal in 2012, which does not.
Was he like in the closet or something?
But like at the very end of the movie, his brother goes, "Oh, you need to be my boyfriend," and the girl was like, ugh. And it was like, now
It's no big deal.
Good for you, buddy.
In 2012, that was a lot. Like it was in news, and like they were like, "Are the kids ready for this?" And it's literally just a line he says. He's just like, "Oh, you'd love my boyfriend," or something like that. And like now you got people kissing and doing all kinds of stuff in animated movies, and like gender fluid characters and all this stuff. And like 2012, that was a big deal. And like now they're just now coming out and they're like, this is his, whatever his name is, but like, this is his boyfriend. It's like some guy. It's like, you did not put him in the film. Had no intention of ever putting him in that movie.
Also, Scout's Guide to a Zombie Apocalypse, that movie is fantastic.
That was a funny movie.
Oh,
Chris
funny as
Landon.
hell, man.
There are like zombie comedies that like people.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Shaun of the Dead.
Yep.
Timeless.
I like Zombieland a lot.
I love
Zombieland
both.
is fantastic.
I like both
like
Zombieland movies. Double Tap clearly isn't as good, but I still love it.
Yeah, agreed.
It's close.
It's very close.
As good. Like I thought it was really good.
Dude,
not
fucking
quite as good, but
Jesse Eisenberg and Ruben Fleischer are about to do like their 4th, 5th movie together.
Yeah, which is kind of funny,
right?
He was like Oscar nominated. He could have been an Oscar guy. He was like, I'm good. I'll do these bullshit magic movies.
Right. Now you see me with zombies. Now you see me with brains.
I love Zombieland. I like Warm Bodies. I think that's a
good one. That's a really good one.
Like, the Frankenstein was funny. Like there's a lot of zombie comedies. Shaun of the Dead will probably go down as the best one.
The best one.
Iconic. It birthed so much, you know.
Yeah.
It gained popularity just from being good. Because like they didn't give it like a huge massive release or anything. Like it rolled out through word of mouth. Like, hey, this movie's funny as shit. And it is.
Fuck yeah.
The Dead Don't Die was okay. That was all right.
I did not love The Dead Don't Die.
It's very strange, but I didn't.
Yeah. It's all right.
I need to hit that with a rewatch. I might do that.
I did not love The Dead Don't Die.
It was all right.
Very odd, but a great cast.
That's the thing. It was the cast.
Yeah.
Ton of big names, but it was all right.
Cast sold it. I think Corpse Bride, that's a zombie movie.
Yes, it is. If you think about it, it kind of is.
Yeah, they don't eat anybody, but like there's
kind of is.
If that's a zombie movie, that's one of the best.
I'm learning so much today.
Yeah, you gotta think like what they weren't infected, but like she was dead.
She was dead already. Yep.
Then he went to like hell or wherever.
Oh, the underworld or whatever the hell it was. Yeah.
Then they all came. They were like, the dead walk the earth. That's a great movie.
That counts. I have Life After Beth on my list of movies I need to watch.
Yeah.
I got to watch Maggie. I heard that was pretty good.
Maggie, Life After Beth, like they're both like infection movies. It's not so much like, she walks the earth. It's like literally like they got sick and now they're. Maggie's good.
Maggie's one of those like really down in the dumps, depressing vibes. Dad trying to save his daughter, but she's gonna end up eating his brains.
That's with Schwarzenegger, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Arnold was good in Maggie.
Yeah.
It's not an action movie like at all.
Nah, it's like he came back and was trying to like fit right back into his lane, like Last Stand, Sabotage. Hey, here's this zombie drama.
And it was good. He started doing like dramas. It was like, yeah, do it. See what you can do. Like he kind of stepped up.
Come on, do it now.
Eat me. What are you waiting for?
Eat my brain.
I don't know if you guys ever seen Train to Busan.
Fantastic.
No.
Fantastic.
It was awesome. And they did a sequel.
I was about to say, isn't there 2 or 3 of those?
Not good, but it was cool.
Yeah. How about Army of the Dead?
That's on my list.
I liked Army of the Dead.
Yeah, Army of the Dead was pretty solid.
That a rewatch too. But see, it's like you're on Netflix, and it's like you just don't exist to me.
Yeah, bro.
It's like sucks. Like it should have gotten a Blu-ray. If it had a Blu-ray, I probably would have watched it like 2 more times.
Yeah.
Just off of principle, I just would have been like, yeah, it's Halloween, let's watch it.
I watched that when I was planning to do the whole Rebel Moon binge, Snyder binge. I watched Army of the Dead again. I did not watch Rebel Moon 2.
You never watched Rebel Moon? It's so funny.
Gosh,
It wasn't good.
I'm down for a Zack Snyder binge whenever. He don't even have to have a new movie coming out. But it was on Netflix, and I heard it was ass. I didn't really like the first one.
You watched the first Rebel Moon?
I did watch the first one, and just never watched the second one.
I didn't even. So there's also a trilogy of movies. I think it's in Spanish. They have subtitles. I've never seen it. Shout Factory has it. It's called Wreck.
El Zombie.
It's all zombies. It's a zombie trilogy.
Wreck.
Called Wreck.
My wife can translate.
So
I can't. We talk American here. I don't talk that shit.
Also, what was it?
It's America. I speak American.
The Girl with All the Gifts. I heard that's a zombie movie.
They're like virus movie.
Okay.
You look at 28 Days Later, and compared to like most of the stuff that came before it, I'll give you like Romero's The Crazies, which was more of like a virus movie than a zombie movie back in like the 70s. I'll give you that. Other than that, like there's really not that many. Like that one, like Outbreak, which is a virus movie, but it's not about zombies or anything. It's not like a horror movie.
Yeah.
But it's like 28 Days Later comes out, and like there
Shakes up the game.
Pandemic-y like zombie movies.
But not Contagion.
They're all.
There was one by Martin Freeman called Cargo or something like that. Like he's trying to transport his daughter to get a cure.
Congo.
Yeah. I didn't watch it, but yeah, it's the same thing. Maggie. Yeah. That same vibe.
I'm titling this episode Little Monsters. Have you guys seen that?
No.
The movie? Yeah, it's good.
With Lupita Nyong'o, not Howie Mandel, fucker.
Howie Mandel, he wasn't a zombie. But yeah, no, I've not seen that. It was a Hulu. I used to be real picky with my streaming. I still am.
Yeah.
But less so.
The only streaming movie that I can guarantee you that I'm watching the rest of the year, Happy Gilmore 2.
Yep. Agreed.
And
like
they just put out a poster that's ass.
You have to market your movie. And you don't have to do it that hard, but like I have to see a trailer. I saw a trailer for that movie Echo Valley with Sydney Sweeney and more. I was like, that looks good. And I just watched it. I just made time. I was like, all right, that looks good. I saw a trailer. I'll watch it.
You have to market your movie better than Disney did Elio.
Oh, man.
Poor Elio. That movie was great. I loved Elio.
It was really good.
It was so good. And it was good in 3D. If anybody's listening to this, I had to see it in 3D.
No.
I had to see it. It was the only thing. If I wanted to see it early, they're tanking the movie on purpose. Because why would you make the 6 o'clock showing 3D when everybody's off work at 6 o'clock? And like you could have made it 2D and probably doubled your money. Whatever. I was like, whatever. Who cares? Let's just do it. And I saw it in 3D, and it was really cool. Like the part where like the time froze and the rains, and he was like,
that shit was dope.
The little kid beside me was like going. He kept going like this, and I was like, "You're an idiot. You can't do that." Like, it's like they get like there were different parts like where they were in space that was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah,
I haven't had like a good 3D movie other than like Avatar in like forever, and it was good. So if you're listening to this, and you're like, "I can only find a 3D showing," just pony up and go. It was worth it. But there were no zombies in Elio.
Oh, so forget everything we just said then.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Really enjoyed Elio. If you're listening to this, it's way better than Lilo and Stupid Stitch. Polar opposite ending. Polar opposite ending that works. And it was really funny. I laughed my ass off.
Did you get a post-credit scene?
Yeah. It was okay. I liked it more than Lilo and Stitch 2.
Did you get a post-credit scene for Elio?
I got a mid-credit scene for Elio.
Yeah.
I didn't the rest.
Google straight said there was a teaser for the next Pixar movie, and all I got was like a thank you to the families of Elio making the movie possible or whatever. I did not get a post-credit scene.
Nah. Well, there was like a little mid thing where he was like
mid-credit scene was pretty silly.
Yeah. Great movie, guys. If you're listening to this and you're like, oh, what do I go see? It was great. 28 weeks later, or 28 years later, I also thought it was kind of great. Let's spoil it.
Earmuffs, Rocket.
I don't have to spoil it.
So, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Jodie Comer, and Ralph Fiennes.
Two of those people should get Oscar nominations, and I'm being dead serious. They won't.
I think we're 2 years away from a Jodie Comer win.
Jodie Comer is, her track record is
phenomenal.
Yeah, this is going to be, if she doesn't get nominated for this is going to be like her third thing.
I'd have given her a trophy for Free Guy.
Mm-hmm.
Free Guy, but The Last Duel was like, where the fuck was the awards push? The Bike Riders, where the fuck was the awards push for that?
Summer release.
This, she's so good.
Summer release.
And out. And then I thought Ralph Fiennes was great as well.
Ralph Fiennes he's the best right now actor out there that hasn't won an Academy,
which is kind of bizarre. But yeah, his presence.
If the voters watched everything and didn't vote for guys who they thought won or whatever the case was,
he won. And it's like, what do you think he won for? The English Patient, Schindler's List, Grand Budapest,
probably Harry Potter.
Yeah. But
voters are idiots.
Little kid, the lead kid was great.
Alfie Williams.
Yeah. If you're listening to this, Alfie Williams,
he's gonna start being a guy.
You've got.
He's gonna end up getting cast as like a younger X-Men student in the Xavier School of whatever, who ends up being Iceman or some shit.
Slot machine. Aaron Taylor Johnson was good. We act like he's not good. He was
always good.
He was good. He was good at Nosferatu, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He had to. It was like he had to like do the rich. Like, all right.
He's had the fastest rebound from a shitty Marvel movie that anybody's had.
Yeah. He got a quicker one than Dakota Johnson did.
She was on Hot Ones and made a joke about that shit. That was pretty funny.
But it's kind of like Ritual, like Sydney Sweeney. It's like, just do this fucking stupid movie.
Is this her first movie? Is this Dakota Johnson's first movie since Madam Web? Materialist?
She probably did some streaming shit, but
probably.
I don't think she's that good of an actress.
She's not.
She's okay. I get it. That was my mom's takeaway from Materialist. She was like, I don't know if I get her. And I was like, I get it.
She's hot.
She does it for me. I get it.
She's very attractive.
She's good. I get it. Her acting was not the thing that was bad about Madam Web. Like, I was like,
no.
Her
whole movie was bad.
Yeah. I'm fine.
Performances of the four main actresses was good enough. With better writing, that's at least as good as a 2000s Fantastic Four movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
it was bad.
Yeah, it was something. Craven the Hunt, not great.
Way to go, Sony.
It was like, hey, do this stupid thing, and I promise you'll be in a way cooler thing in less than a year.
Sony put out 2.5 dog-ass Marvel movies last year that they just had to completely, like, we're going to step away for a little while.
Put like this. I own the comic. You know, Kraven the Hunter, the one where he kills Spider-Man, or suppose he kills Spider-Man. When I saw him in the trailer of the movie, lion blood dropping his eye, I'm like, this is going to be full of shit.
Like Brendan Gleeson in 28 Days Later.
I was like, that's not how he got his powers and all that. But at the end of the day, I'm like, this is terrible. This looks no way. I still have yet to see it.
It's so much better than that when you actually watch.
But the thing is, this is like the shitty part is this is I'm a completist. Like I got Madam Web on Steelbook. Anything Marvel related, I gotta get on Steelbook. That's why it's like
Understood.
I know I'm throwing money away, but I gotta get it.
Down the drain.
Understood. Yeah, pretty much.
Wiping your ass with that.
I'm just.
He's good. He's good in. I thought he was good in Nosferatu. People acted like his.
He was actually great in Nosferatu.
For what that character needed, I was like, his performance was great. He had to kind of like he wasn't serious almost. Like he was like outside of everything that was going on. So it was almost like he was like the tough guy. And I was like, yeah, he was good, and he's good in this. He's not the lead. I will say. Spoiler, maybe, sort of, if you watch that trailer 100 times like I did, the trailer sort of makes it look like he's like the main guy.
Yeah.
Because he's like, look at his aura. Look at this beautiful man. He's not the main character of 28 years later. He's like maybe the third main character, maybe fourth, honestly.
Was like Nosferatu, though. Aaron Taylor Johnson and Bill Skarsgård, like those are the two names that I want nominated every year. They kill it in everything.
Aaron Taylor Johnson, have you ever watched Nocturnal Animals?
Yeah.
He's got
that movie's crazy.
He has a Golden Globe to his name. Like, watch your mouth.
Well, have you seen Savages? That's another good one.
Savages.
You watch your mouth when you talk about Aaron Taylor Johnson.
I thought he was awesome in Fall Guy as well. So, I mean, it's like the guy can act.
Yeah.
The guy can act.
He was Bullet Train. He man, stole that movie.
Yes,
that was his movie.
Maybe they just prefer to do like the summer popcorn-y fun shit.
Yeah.
Except for The Crow.
Him being James.
That movie, I still don't own that shit.
Buy it, completist.
I have to. It's like I'm waiting for it when it's like free, so then I can just get it. So.
But yeah. He was not the main character, and from what they set up at the end of the movie,
never mind. It was so good. I can't wait for Rocket to react.
I thought it was cool. I like the Teletubby noises. I thought it was. This is cool.
Oh, I have questions now. I didn't connect that.
It was like 1, 2, 3.
Let me ask you this, guys. This out of 5, what do you guys give 28 years later?
3.5.
I give it like 4.
4, 3.5. Okay.
I ranked.
Jake gave it a 2.5.
Oh, really?
Did not like it.
My thought was.
I've seen reactions all across the board.
Not that to imply that like anyone's like a normie, but that was my thought when I like left. I was like, I don't think like general audiences are gonna love this the way that they loved like Sinners.
Yeah.
I was like, gonna be like a more mixed like head cock, because there was like a big part of it when it came to the the monsters was something that really wasn't advertised like in either trailer, like the nature of the infected people was just like what is going on with them, and like what they refer to them by like names and stuff like that. It's like, oh, this is different. They weren't really doing this in the first 2 movies. Like, this is different. And then I was just like, I don't know if people are really going to get, like...
Are we talking appearance?
Sort of. But just, like, the nature of
I thought they were. I'm pretty sure they were.
I don't know. I mean, the trailers was just like, we're doing it more. Uh-oh. Monsters, they're infected. Uh-oh. But it was, like, the nature of them. Like what they have sort of evolved into, sort of. And it was like, I guess this works. The Last of Us does this. That's another one. The Last of Us.
Sold.
It knows 28 days later a lot. But Danny borrowed from it, and it was like, my brother, they borrowed from you.
What about
my brother and
Planet Terror?
Yeah, it's a virus. Very silly, but yeah, it's kind of just 28 weeks later. but silly.
It's not. Came out a month earlier.
So you're gonna stand there, or you're gonna. I like that movie.
I think we've literally
Planet
mentioned
Terror.
every movie on my list.
We go through every zombie movie. Surely we didn't.
Not. I have 26 movies on my Letterboxd zombie list, and we have hinted around all of them.
Wow, we're good.
We're very good.
God damn, we're good. I like Day of the Dead as well. I feel like I talked about the first two. I think Day of the Dead is great. It's just that
Goofy.
I mean, Romero did like 6. Are any of them bad? I've seen Land.
Land of the Dead wasn't bad. Isn't that what John Leguizamo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Land. There's Land, there's Diary and Survival, which were practically like straight to video.
Yeah.
But like they were. I don't love them, but they're not bad movies. I don't watch them as often.
I think the only ones I got from that series are I got the original Dawn of the Dead and the remake. I got Night of the Living Dead. I got Survival. And I think those are the only ones I have.
It's a travesty. You gotta watch Night, Dawn, and Day. If that was a trilogy, that's one of the all-time great like trilogies.
Yeah.
They really aren't connected to one another.
No, they're not.
And they made like 3 more. But yeah, Day rocks.
Yeah, out of the original series, I got, like I said, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead. I don't have Day. Day is the one I'm missing. And then I got the remake of Dawn as well, and then I got Survival.
Dawn of the Dead remake is fantastic.
It looks like a Twilight of the Dead is supposedly in the works.
Is it?
Decades. They've been saying that since he was alive.
For real?
Yeah. That shit ain't never coming out. Twilight Dead.
Well, I know that I don't know if it's a reboot / sequel of Return of the Living Dead. That's coming out this year.
Why?
Yeah, it's connected to the original Return of the Living Dead. The thing is, the Tar Man is in it. So
I didn't know there was a Day of the Dead remake.
There is a Day of the Dead remake.
There's a Night of the Living Dead remake from 1990.
Yeah, I have that one
with Tony Todd.
Obviously, I have Dawn of the Dead remake.
Yeah, Night of the Living Dead remake is good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Tom Savini directed.
Yeah.
And
I need to see.
Dawn of the Dead remake is kind of an all-time great.
You forget Zack Snyder made that one.
It's my Zack Snyder movie.
Yep.
To this day, I think it's his best movie.
Wow.
Isn't Mekhi Phife in that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Really great cast.
Yeah.
Really.
Damn. That was a good one.
Good. That movie.
I'm going to have to snatch up this Day of the Dead remake. I did not realize this was a thing.
With Nick Cannon?
With Nick Cannon.
Fuck you, son.
Fuck Nick Cannon.
Hey, fuck you, son.
Nick Cannon took all your school clothes money. Think that shit's funny? Daddy Nick Cannon is hilarious.
Person in the house. Tell her shit. Yeah, I never saw that. There was one I own. It's called Day of the Dead something. Day of the Dead something. I forget.
Damn near every Romero movie has been remade.
Remade or like spun off.
Yeah.
It's like Dawn of the Dead. What the fuck? What am I? The movie Dawn of the Dead was released in Italy as Zombie, Zombi. And then, what's his name? Fuck, these Italian guys.
Oh, Fulci.
Fulci made the movie
Zombie. Same spelling.
It's awesome. That's a great movie.
Same spelling.
And it was released in Italy as Zombie 2. They tried to market it as a sequel to Dawn of the Dead.
Interesting.
And it's not. But in Italy, they were like, they did the same thing. There's a movie called Cruel Jaws. It's about a shark. It's like a rip-off movie.
And it's supposed to be like Jaws 5. They market it as Jaws 5.
They were like, fuck you, it's Jaws 5.
Yeah.
They do that pretty often. But there's like Zombie 3 and a Zombie 4 that are like all different movies. But the movie Zombie by Fulci is
Lucio Fulci. Yep.
awesome. That's a great movie. A zombie fights a shark. If you ever want to watch that. And then there's a movie. It's sort of a zombie movie. I might just consider it a zombie movie, but it's a movie I love. It's called Dead and Buried. You've ever seen Dead and Buried?
No.
That's an oldie. That's a good one.
Jack Albertson, the Grandpa Joe from Willy Wonka.
It's an oldie.
And he's like kind of a guy who's like keeping people alive. So there's like just zombies kind of walking around the town.
And they don't know that they're dead. That's the crazy part.
That's sort of a zombie. If that counts, that's one of my favorites. I love the movie Dead and Buried.
That sounds great.
I have to make that count as a zombie movie.
Because there's a good twist at the end.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, it is actually.
Really good.
Came out, I think it's like early 80s. I think it came out like in 81 or something like that.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Dead and Buried.
Yeah.
I'm just like rattling off. I'm like, zombie. We skipped. I know there's going to be some other ones that I'm like, fuck, we didn't talk about.
Like, I'm trying to think of comedic ones like Cooties and things like that.
Another virus movie.
We hit on Warm Bodies. We hit on The Dead Don't Die. Both
like
Zombielands.
And then I have all these ones that I keep buying from my work. There's like Raiders of the Living Dead, and then I'll put them in. Kind of like
what in the Sci-Fi Channel is that?
Yeah, it's old like video store movies. But, like, they're fun. I got Hard Rock Zombies.
Indiana Bones.
Let me ask you this. Well, no, it's not. It's not a zombie. Never mind. It's a vampire movie. Life Force. It's a vampire movie. Space vampire. So never mind.
Never heard of it.
What? Life Force?
I've never heard of Life Force.
Didn't it have an anniversary yesterday?
Sorry,
yeah. Not too long ago. Yeah.
I think it turned 40 yesterday. Happy birthday, Life Force. I don't own it.
It's a good one.
Fuck, I just feel like there's ones we're forgetting. Like, surely...
there's a ton we're forgetting.
Sure. I mean, Return of the Living... I have 1, 2, and 3. I have the sequels that no one talks about.
I think I was looking for those at some point, and I never pulled the trigger on buying any of them.
But Return of the Living Dead, that's a classic. Is Jason a zombie? Do we talk about Jason Lives?
He's not.
Jason Lives, all-time great zombie movie.
I don't think all the Return of the Living Dead movies are on Blu-ray.
There's 3 of them. I've got them.
There's only 3? I thought you just said there were other ones nobody talks about.
No, I said I got like Return of the Living Dead 2 and 3, the sequels no one talks about.
Oh.
But
then, yeah, all 3 of them are.
How about Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies? You seen that one?
That one.
Yeah.
That's fun. I like that. That's a fun movie. It's stupid.
It's so stupid.
It's fun. It was a book.
Let me see.
No, there's more. Kind of hit on history. We talked about The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Which is a giant. The Last of Us, of course.
Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island.
I've never seen that. Apparently, Scooby-Doo movies played like a big role in like people's childhoods, and I was just like, saw that. Maybe I should. Maybe I should get it. I'm sure I watched it, but I didn't own it. Yeah. If I didn't own it as a child, like
I don't remember.
That's it. That's every zombie.
Have we hit on every zombie movie ever? Unless you want to divert into mummy movies or Frankenstein movies.
Yeah, that's the old school.
Multiverse of Madness.
Zombie Strange.
That's my favorite part. Yeah, that was my favorite part of that.
Ghost riding one of his own corpse. I want a Strange sequel to give that version of Doctor Strange justice before he gets ghost ridden.
Yeah. Like there's got to be other ones we just can't think of right now.
That's it. I think when I do my Halloween binge, like I always
you sold out.
Yeah, I you motherfuckers. But I always do like the zombie part, and I'm always like, I feel like I'm doing the same movies every year. I got like a handful that I like alternate, but I have to keep some the same. And I'm always like, I feel like I'm doing the same shit every year. There's not that many.
That's what I do. I alternate. Same thing with Christmas, Halloween. There'll be specific ones I watch every year, and then like this year I'm gonna add. Can't believe I haven't done it before. 30 Days a Night.
I've been trying to fit that shit in for years. I'm knocking that shit out on October 1st.
Wait, what?
I think it's one of the best vampire movies.
30 Days a Night.
I like 30 Days of Night.
Right.
I was watching True Detective Night Country.
That's a good one. I like that.
My dad went to Alaska, and I sent him that and 30 Days a Night. I was like, "You're fucked, dude." Like, fuck.
What
If it's dark, say goodbye.
Is Brain Dead Peter Jackson?
Yeah,
Dead Alive.
Zombie movie.
It was Dead Alive, didn't he?
Dead Alive. That's what I was thinking of.
Zombie movie.
There's a Pet Cemetery.
Not a zombie movie. There's at least one zombie.
Yep.
He's
a cat.
Yep.
A zombie cat.
Yeah.
A cat bee.
I like Pet Cemetery. I like Pet Cemetery a lot.
I like the original.
I didn't even hate the remake. It just there's something that the remake does that is different than the original that I don't like. It wasn't a bad idea, but it started out and I was like, oh, this is going to be weird. And then they didn't lean hard enough into the weirdness.
This is
like,
going
to be so bizarre.
Yeah, agreed.
It was a little bizarre, but it wasn't like they could have really gone crazy with the little switcheroo that they did.
Yeah.
Didn't.
I own the remake. I got to get the original.
But the remake is not bad. The remake's fine. It's pretty good. Good cast.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, they do a little twist to it that works. It almost works really well. And then they did the Pet Cemetery Bloodlines a couple of years ago. But I don't know if you got that.
With Fox Mulder, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. He was in that. It was a Paramount Plus original. It did get a physical media release, so I did.
Yes, it did.
On DVD.
But it was not really worth a damn. Not really worth a goddamn, really. It was the old man. It was supposed to be like John Lithgow young, if I'm not mistaken. What's Jed? Was that the old man's name? Jed.
What's the girl with all the gifts?
Yeah,
that's one. We mentioned that.
Oh, did we bring that up?
Yeah. Iris movie.
I'm not seeing. Cause some people have Evil Dead listed as zombies.
That's like demons.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Those are like possession movies. They're
Randy's favorite.
I think Randy can handle Evil Dead. They're great, and I love them. There is not a bad Evil Dead movie, but I don't consider them zombie movies.
I agree.
They're great. They're wonderful films. I love them dearly. We're getting a new one, and I'm very excited. Evil Dead Rise was all.
Keep it in your pants. We talked about Overlord.
Overlord, that's like a virus movie. It's zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Other one that's like 28 Days Later's Shoulders. I should rewatch Overlord. I should maybe put that in my zombie list.
Maybe we have topped out.
Damn. Hollywood, y'all need to make more zombie movies.
Yes.
Oversaturated market. I disagree. I think we'd go hard. I just think The Walking Dead was on TV for a long time.
Still is. That's how long it's been on TV.
Technically.
Yeah, we've had 15 straight years of nonstop zombie content.
I'm not mad. I watched all of it. All of it. I did all of it.
What is... 2 weeks from now. Are we into July?
Yes.
We
Yeah.
come back the weekend before Superman.
We'll be in July.
So for the next episode is a full Jurassic franchise discussion in order.
It sure as fuck is.
Yep.
I mean, what else are we gonna do?
mean-
Talk about NASCAR movies?
F1.
Yeah,
Hey, there's some good ones.
It's Formula One. It's not NASCAR.
it's racing.
They're different things.
I don't want Monday to come and I put a whole like racing race car movie stack on my fucking Instagram and everybody. Well, technically F1 doesn't qualify.
These are different things, my guy. It's like football and football.
Yeah.
Look
That's
at
true.
the
That-
fucking white guy from the Midwest who doesn't get the difference in racing genres.
Football. We do racing movies. There's a lot of good racing movies. Days
Yeah.
of Thunder.
Days of Thunder, Driven. It's not bad.
Rush,
Oh, awesome.
Turbo,
Rush.
Talladega Nights,
Yeah. Tell it.
4v Ferrari. That's another
Ford
good
versus
one.
Ferrari, bruh.
The Final Destination in 3D.
Absolutely the fuck not. Absolutely the fuck not. That will be omitted. I did Pixar. I did like my favorite Pixar movies last week. I easily could have just done a Danny Boyle stack.
Yeah. I want to do it. And then I was like, there's too many that I haven't rewatched.
Yeah.
I think I've seen all his movies. But I was like, I haven't watched Train Spotting.
He's got a couple
since
I haven't seen.
2017, I don't think. So I need to reassess. Maybe by the time he does another one.
28 years later, 3, because he's not directing the Bone Temple.
Is he doing the
No,
third?
it's near the Costa.
I heard that he's doing 3.
Yeah, I think that's the one that Cillian Murphy might come back in.
Man,
Well,
the,
Hopefully by then.
the
Yeah.
Beach
But,
needs a
near
Blu-ray,
near the Costa is doing Bone Temple.
which automatically makes it good.
They're cooking.
I haven't seen Sunshine. I haven't seen.
That's awesome.
Sunshine.
I haven't seen
If you notice,
Trance.
all these movies have Cillian Murphy in it. Most of his movies.
He's a director's baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sunshine's good.
It's weird. It's a little weird, but it's good.
Yeah, it was like the pre-Captain America where it was like, yeah, no, Chris Evans was in Good Things. In Good Things, he was in Sunshine. He did
Everybody
good
acts like the
things.
first
Wasn't
Avenger.
Norman Reedus in Sunshine too?
I'm not sure.
Let me double check here.
He
I
was,
think
he was in Pandorum.
maybe that's what I'm getting confused with.
I remember
Everybody acts like the first Avenger was Chris Evans' first movie. Like he wasn't Jake Weiler.
Yeah.
But
He was in a cellular.
before we start talking on wax nonsense, let me wrap this shit up. I'll be back to put a bow on it. Hey yo, they want to desecrate the legacy, create a new vacancy, but spin the truth only in a way that they can see. Leaking word to the agency, hating me, they couldn't muster up the bravery. Twitter stay all about some canceling, but don't look in the mirror cause they couldn't fucking handle it. Ain't heard the question, but they know what they answering. By the time y'all hear this, hopefully Pacers are the champions. Shoot the lights out, Reggie Miller channeling. Go and get your mans in them. Call out the bullshit, freeze them up like a mannequin. I am what the example been. Jodie Foster panic room, occupied and they panicking, vanishing. Men without a backbone is what you hate to see. They favorite thing to say is wait and see. In reality, they all sweeter than the pastry. And to bring it back around, that's their motherfucking legacy. And chill until the next episode.